Well, good morning. It's a beautiful morning out here on the hill. It's a view across the way from us. So it was like looking at that cabin, the barn over there on the field. So, take you with me. There's top of the cabin. I'm headed up the driveway / road, going this way. I won't talk long probably at the moment because, as I've said before, this is pretty darn steep. So, I'm sure I'll run out of breath here in a little bit, but I am on my way up. I left the tractor at the home site, future home site, yesterday and wasn't thinking we've got to do some trail work. I want to do some trail work. Unfortunately, I also need my chainsaw and the gas can for it, which is down at the cabin. So instead of me carrying it all up by hand, I'm going to go ahead and walk up and get the tractor, bring it back down here. Plus I have to do some adjustments on the brush hog. Might be easier to do it on the driveway down here as opposed to up on the hill. So anyways, I'm going to take a little bit of a break for a minute. Once it flattens out a little bit, I'll come back to you. All right, well, I made it up to one of the flatter spots, but I thought I'd turn back around and show you one of the challenges we have and that we're going to have with construction vehicles coming up here. Again, we're several years out, but we have been told a couple times this could be a problem, so I'm going to have some professional attention to this, I think, outside of what I can do for the tractor. But this is the start of a switchback. I'll show you the rest of it in a minute. Coming up from the cabin property below, you may not be able to tell, but right through here is a fairly steep incline as it's coming up to the curve. So we may have to have some work done to kind of flatten that approach out a little bit. Again, I know video never does it justice in terms of angles and steepness, but anyways, I thought I'd show that to you because I'm sure some video in the future we'll be talking about that and how we go about improving it if we need to. We've been talking to different potential builders and a couple excavator guys, trying to get their insights on it. I actually have a builder coming out this afternoon to talk to us. So this is the other part of the switchback. You can see this was done before us, but had this wall kind of excavated out, and the switchback comes back this direction. So this whole area, I think, if I pan back around here, so we just came from down there. I think we're going to have to expand this out maybe a little bit, kind of widen as much as possible that area there to make it easier for trucks to make the turn coming up. But anyways, this is actually a section of road that I was showing on the last road improvement video. So far it's holding up pretty well, but it's only been a few weeks, but it's doing pretty good. It's packed in real well. I still need to come in here and clear out some of these small trees on the side to get a little more sun on the road. But I'm going to keep walking, and when I get to the potential build site, I'll give you something else to look at. Okay, I thought actually while I'm passing this section, this is where on that last home improvement or the road improvement video, kind of where I stopped, but this is the bend that has the big ditch. It's been carved by water right kind of coming down here. This section of road has had no work done on it. I'm not sure how many years. We bought the property about 2.5 years ago, and the guy we bought it from had it for a year or two, and he improved stuff below this point, but hasn't really done anything here. So you can kind of see get a sense for what's been happening here on the side. This is really deep. This is like, again, I'm not sure you can't tell, but it's roughly 2 feet deep there. So my thinking is, it'll be easier once I get my backhoe, but what I'm thinking is what I'd like to do is that section over there, I need to take that and fill in this area also with some rocks probably, and then put the ditch closer to the wall over there, so we can widen the road and still have the drainage going down, but in a better spot. Because right now the road narrows quite a bit up through here. It's passable, but you can kind of see up here it gets a little skiddier. So just thought I'd show you that. I'm not ready to work on it yet. I don't have my backhoe yet. So it's just going to have to be for a little while. All right, a little ways to go. All right, well, next stop on the little tour that this has become, this little area that, again, the guy we bought the property from had cleared at least partially cleared a couple of different sites for houses. But over here, tucked in the corner, is the shed where the tractor lives most of the time. Not in there at the moment because it's at the top of the hill. All right, back to the road and more walking. Okay, we're getting closer to the spot. Still a little ways. Should let you know it's probably about a quarter mile, a little more than a quarter mile up here from the cabin. Coming up here to a little bit of a clearing. There's a little, it's not a watering hole at the moment, we used to call it a watering hole. It has a seep there that earlier in the spring keeps it filled with water. And we get a lot of wildlife stopping by there. Alright, so this is the flat part finally. So this road, part of the road comes up right behind where we want to build the house. Should mention this was all at one point some sort of farm. So roads that are here were from a combination of farming and or maybe some logging that happened years ago. So my goal and hope is that when we get time to build, we'll be able to just take advantage of what's here, improve it to make it good for construction vehicles, but not to have to put a brand new road in, because that's just going to be way more expensive enough as it is. All right. Whew, still out of breath. Just walking down here, we got lots of, I'm not sure, the sun might be hitting this wrong, but lots of raspberry bushes through here. You can see just loaded up, but they're not ripe yet, so seems like it's about that time of year they should be ripening, so it's possible that deer and bears have already been eating on the ones that are ripe. We've found a few of them, but that's about it. Okay, here's the tractor. So I'll spin around. This is actually where we want to build the house. We kind of envision it kind of sitting back over that way, front looking this way, and then having a porch deck looking out across the mountain that direction. Towards that, actually, it'd be facing that that barn across the hill, across the street that I had shown at the beginning of the video. So we love the spot. Once you get here, it's great. Getting here is the challenge, so hence all the talks with the builders and excavating guys. So anyways, as we learn more about that, I'll keep you informed. So at the moment, I'm just going to get the tractor, take it back down the hill, get my chainsaw. Here's some chairs where we like to sit, kind of dream. One of the things I got to saw, if you can see it, there's a tree over there. I can't remember for sure. I think it's an oak tree. Got blown down in one of the last storms, but I got to cut that up so I can get through there with the tractor. But we're going to try to cut a trail starting kind of back through here, winding back through the woods and over towards the shed, the tractor shed. So a lot of chainsaw activity, and then hopefully being able to use the brush hog to help clear things out once we get the trail established. So anyways, that's what we're going to start today. So maybe we'll show you more of that later. That's it for now.